guys, hey you guys. We understand that this is a live, but it's always gonna pretty much be recorded. So I definitely want to come on. Did have a question, and as promised, I said that if I get a question, that I am going to sure that I answer that question. Oh, hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Boom. Now you guys can hear me. I apologize. So, as promised, I said that if I got any requests as far as questions, that I would jump on and I would do like a little small live so that I can answer any questions that I got back. So, the question that I did get was, when do you know when it's time to retighten? Okay. Typically, retightening schedules is going to be every 4 weeks to every 8 weeks. Now, normal retightening schedule is every 6 weeks. You're going to have people that hair grow extremely fast. They're going to be more of your 4 week clients, right? So you're going to retighten 4 to 5 weeks. For people who have normal growth, they're going to retighten a schedule of every 6 weeks. For people who grow like extremely slow, they're going to be 8 weeks. Yes, it is going to be a couple different schedules, which means 4, 6, and 8 typically. But it definitely depends on the rate of the growth. But I want to at least get you guys to understand the difference in the growth. So meaning, you got your elderly people that's most likely going to 8 weeks. Okay, so elderly people, people who may suffer a little bit of hair loss, they may grow a little slower. My younger folks, or people who take a lot of vitamins, drink a lot of water, those people are going to be the people who are on a 4 week retightening schedule. Can those weeks wait? Yes, and I'm going to explain. For some clients of mine, we have some people that come in on a typical retightening schedule and it may fall every 6 weeks. Let's just say this person or this client start to work out, right? So they perspirating in their hair, they sweating, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting more moisture, they're getting more growth coming in there. On those, when I notice that 6 weeks that they coming in and it's excessive for those 6 weeks, then I'm going to suggest that, hey, while you working out. Oh, also too, summertime. Wintertime, sometimes clients' hair grows slow. Hey. And then in the summertime, pick up because they may be doing more water activities. They may be outside more, sweating more. Heck, they might even be hiking. Whatever it is that they doing that's making them more active, sweat a little bit more, that's going to produce more growth 99% of the time of what I mean. So for those summer months, or my people that's starting to work out, whatever activity they're doing, but it's giving the health some growth, then I'm going to push them up. So if they was on 6 weeks, I'm gonna tell them, hey, I noticed that you had some growth going on. It could just be right now, but this is what I want to do. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna push you up a little bit, like by 1 week, just so that we can make sure that we're not going over the growth. Okay. Shout out to my full name, please. Okay, bend over. Oh Lord, why do me like that? Oh, Jesus Lord, I walk into it every time. I should have known better. Okay, but anywho, y'all. So basically, you're going to adjust the schedule based on how much new growth they have. If you notice that you're doing somebody here and they barely have like a whole rotation, you know what I'm saying, or maybe just only going points, then I will push that client out. So if they are 6 weeks, I'm gonna push them to 7 weeks first, and then from 7 weeks, I'll push them out to 8 weeks. So everything, it's okay. It's okay. Everything I like to do it in increments. So again, if you are at 6 weeks and you notice that it is too much growth, first go down to 5 weeks, then go down to 4. I never jump from 4 to 8 weeks. That's just, it's not realistic. And plus, I want to ensure that this is this person's growth, right? What I try to do is keep track of that so that I know that the next year I'm gonna keep my eye on that. So meaning, they may pick up during the summertime. After the summertime, they ain't working out no more. It may slow up again. Since it's slowing back up, and it's back to the regular in their routine or whatever, or let's say it's slowing up again. So now I'm gonna put them back on 6 weeks. And again, I'm gonna move them to 5 weeks first and then move them to 6 weeks. So that's just incorrect. I'm not gonna move from 6 weeks to 8 weeks. I move them from 6 to 7. After that, I push them to 8 weeks. And the same exact regimen when you going down. And my only thing is just to try to keep track, because usually when this typically happens with this client, more than likely that following year you're gonna wind up running into that dilemma. So what I like to do is when I notice that it's coming up on summertime or even winter time, and I knowing that we changing in those rotations or how much growth is there, then what I do is just let my client know, hey, make sure that you be mindful to send me over a picture. So, because I don't like to be having people come in, I can't do right. I say, hey, send me over a picture, because if it looks like this, then this indicates that it's not ready. Or if it looks like this indicates that it's more than enough growth for me to work. So be very clear and make sure that you point those clients so that they can see what it looks like, to if they're ready or not ready. And then what I ask them to do is send me over a picture first, and then we can proceed with the appointment. Or if we need to reschedule the appointment, I can do that before the person even comes in. Those things are important because when you are working with somebody and you're working overtime all the time retightening the hair, and let's say the hair isn't ready, so you're overtightening the hair, and on top of over tightening the hair, which could cause traction alopecia, what you're also doing is you're giving this client the wrong rotation. So meaning you're not completing the rotations. If you're not completing the rotations, then this is going to create weak spots in your locks. So this is also too for to understand that if you know that it's not ready, or if the loctician says it's not ready, and hey, we need to go a week or two, be understanding to that, because they're trying to give you the best situation for your hair. Because the easiest thing would be to do your hair and just pocket the money and keep it moving. But if you are not ready, then it makes no sense to do that. Another thing that people have to be cautious of is going over. Some people may think that it's a 1, 2, 3 step process, and you just come in when you come in and that's it. If you have overgrowth, it really doesn't matter, but those things do matter. When you have an excessive amount of growth and the hair starts to lock where the last rotations were placed, what typically happens is that when you put your tool in, it's not going to go flush last rotation. So what this leaves is a gap, okay? And that gap forms a hole. This could be a weak spot for your locks when it actually locks, okay, over time. So again, making sure that you're doing full rotations, well, you won't have that problem. And then also too as well, don't want to downsize your client, because again, tightening when they're not ready all the time is going to cause traction alopecia, and that's where the hair stops growing areas, and sometimes it even get baby smooth, and that's when the follicles are dead. So just be mindful when you are working with clients, these particular retightening rules, you know. And I also want to show you guys, just so that because I'm a visual person, so I want to give you guys a visual idea. To me, if a client comes in, retightening, and they have about that much, to me, that's about enough, a half an inch for a rotation. When you coming in and you got this much, this over, okay? That is absolutely over. When I say this much, everybody may get to a full rotation at different times. What that means is that even though I have a person coming in at 4 weeks, I have a person coming in at 6 weeks, and I have somebody coming in at 8 weeks, all they're going to indicate this, because this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a complete rotation, at least a half an inch worth of growth, okay? When you coming in and you got that, this excessive, okay? So meaning I'm going to go over rotation, so that's still going to be a broken rotation. So for me, I like to make sure that I pinpoint this, and then I like for my people to stay on schedule. People may wonder, how do you encourage people to stay on schedule? Because sometimes you have maybe micro locks, you may have twist locks, you may have traditional locks. People tend to go over it, and they don't really worry about it, don't think that it causes much damage. Again, no matter what form of locks that you have, when you are going over, you are putting yourself in a position for your locks to break, keeping up with that regimen the way that you need to, okay? So again, this question that was presented to me, I wanted to make sure that I was very transparent and I explained it, to a T. So please make sure to go back on any information that you may have been confused on and re-listen to the video, because these things are detrimental when it comes down to a person locks. And I may have said that word wrong, but again, just meaning can cost somebody their locks, whether it's traction alopecia or people having pop locks everywhere. Now, every now and then, it's okay. I understand. Y'all be having stuff going on, and y'all may want to look cute for a certain minute. But remind you, locks isn't a hairstyle. So in my opinion, if I have a client that wants to get their hair done sooner than the date because they may have an event, I would suggest going around the, I ask the client, will they be wearing a center part or will they be wearing a side part? They indicate where the part line is going to be at, and what I do is I go tighten up that area, and I also go around both sides, and then I continue to the nape. So in case they put it up, put it down, if they do a middle part, it's looking good, it's looking clean, it's looking fresh, but at the same time, we did minimal damage, and that's what it's all about, okay? Making people beautiful, but making longevity out the journey. If you guys have any more questions, y'all are more than welcome to drop it inside the comment section. And when I come around, I will definitely read it, and I will do like I just did now. I will give you a response. So my ladies that put in orders, I want to let you know your orders completed. Roster is completely clear. It did take 2 days. One thing I am gonna do is be transparent. And that's just because I had been working. I literally working from like 9, 10 o'clock to around about this time. 8, 9 o'clock is 9 o'clock today, so a little bit later, but we did make this so y'all orders should be in the mail. I did update tracking, so y'all should be getting them in a few days. And I just want to tell y'all our product of today. Now, since we talking about scalp hygiene, okay, and not even hygiene, we about the retightening schedule. I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all, you know what I'm saying, my one of my number one products. That's gonna be this leave-in conditioner. Why everybody love this leave-in conditioner? Because it's a water-based conditioner, and it actually helps rebuilds the hair. It makes the hair stronger, and it reduces shedding. Everybody should be using a leave-in because literally you need protein just like you need moisture. But because you have locks, it does not mean that you have to compromise your journey with a cream-based leave-in or a cream-based conditioner. What you do is switch over to a water-based conditioner, as you see, water-based, water-based, okay? This right is going to absorb into the locks, okay? And when it absorbs into the locks, it's going to put all that it needs to be inside the locks so that it can make it much stronger. And those are important because when you wash your hair now, you are not supposed to be using a cream-based conditioner. So this is another way to get that protein to the hair without compromising your journey. When you hear people say that their locks are heavy, it's because of the that they put in there. One thing that I enjoy about the interlocking method is because no products when retightening the hair, and then also too as well, it's no to minimal products when conditioning your hair, moisturizing your hair, and even washing your hair. So again, make sure that you're doing great by your locks and you keeping them as light as possible and you keeping them as healthy as possible and as strong. So when you use the clarifying shampoo, then also every day bump it up with a couple pumps of your water-based leave-in, okay? This also too as well helps with sun bleaching. So if you're noticing that you're having a lot of breakage and you work out in the sun, this is going to be a product, okay, that you definitely need to get and at least spray this a few pumps before you go out into the sun. Again, no more cream-based conditioner for my lock friends. All right, Queen Bees, we out of here. Cut. Now we finna cut it, okay? Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I was tired. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get on tonight because I had worked straight through. I still gotta go do some stuff for my dear mama. But said, listen, I gotta go hard. So I gotta get up on here, okay? And I just want to say thank you because you know what? When you guys purchase products, we appreciate it. And we know that you actually care and see all the wonderful things that we do. And again, for our, reciprocation, we try to make sure that we get that stuff out there quick to you. But at the end of the day, I'm here for y'all. If y'all have any questions for your hair, your locks, I probably can't see it, so I can't give you a full hair analysis. But what I can do is answer your questions. So if you got some questions, drop them and just bear with me, okay? And I'm trying to come on here tomorrow. So if y'all hit me with a question, I'll be on here answering it tomorrow for my girls. Know y'all, we can do this, okay? And trust the process. I do know that sometimes it gets a little frustrating, especially when your hair not where it want to be. But y'all, we are a whole team. So if you can't come up and you just, again, having some issues, Don't feel scared. Don't be hesitant. Drop the question, and maybe your question may help a lot of others. Again, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Please go check out Be Natural Locs products, y'all. And if y'all don't know what we got leave-in conditioner, water-based, okay? We got a scalp rejuvenation spray. This coconut and rose water for helping moisturize and helping your hair maintain its own moisture. Again, all my products are what? Water-based, okay? And also, let me explain something too. When you have locks, all of your hair is together like this, right? So you need your hair to be entangled because that's what make a lock, okay? Uniform matting. When you use a cream-based conditioner and conditioning products, that goes against the process. Even for shampoos, I've just had somebody send over pictures, a newer establishment, and not even a newer establishment. You know what I'm saying? This is, somebody who is a little bit, probably like 8 months into the journey or something like that. And she switched and she's not using a clarifying shampoo. And the shampoo that she used, and just like most conditioners and shampoos out here, is really meant for loose naturals. So you have to really try to look out and find the shampoo that's for your locks. One way that you can tell, in a way that I already knew that she used a new shampoo, and there's no shade, mommy. I'm sharing our journey. You're going to have long strands, right, that come outside your lock, and you're going to be looking like, well, is my hair growing outside the lock? No, it's not. It was already placed inside the lock. But because you're using heavy conditioning products, it slips back out the lock, the whole entire strand. And I want to give y'all another catch-20. Tell me every strand inside your lock is not connected to your head. I mean, it's not connected to a follicle. Your hair, it grows, it rests, and then it sheds. So therefore, when it sheds, it detaches. And instead of it just brush like a loose natural, it remains inside the lock. That is what's getting knotty. That is what is doing the uniform matting, okay? So as all mat together, you want it to stay together. You don't want to use loose conditioning products to over condition your locks or even over moisturize your locks with just a shampoo process. Be sure and positive that not having loose natural products for your locks to cause damage. When you see all of that hair coming outside the lock, that is your number one indicator that that may be too heavy. When you have this much new growth and you know you only been 4 weeks, baby, that's slippage. Let it go. You have to identify what's going on so that you can change that, so that you don't damage your locks, because locks is just like credit, baby. It's easy to mess up, baby, and it's hard to fix. I can't touch it as much as I'm doing that, because I have so many people that come in and they need their stuff fixed. You know what I'm saying? I be on my client. We don't have these type of problems. But when you get into other people clients, it's like, oh, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to use oils. I didn't know I was just supposed to be using a clarifying shampoo. I thought that was for the front. And it's just like the lack of information and the lack of education for some of my people. I feel really bad because you're talking about hundreds of dollars. Like, no one is cheap. Whether you're doing micro twists, micro locks, Sisterlocks. So ensure you are doing the best for your journey. Now, again, my girls who's just starting out, or even if you work out a lot, y'all, this antiseptic, which is our healthy scalp spray, it is amazing, okay? You'll be able to cleanse your people who get traditional locks and think, oh, it's butt and I can't wash. No, you can cleanse your scalp. For my people with braids, for my people with any hairstyle, okay, and they got a scalp, that's everybody. You can use this. This is cleanse your scalp like a liquid dry shampoo. So if you're flaking up, or if you're in a phase where you can't shampoo, you can definitely cleanse your scalp. And that's even for my girls with the sew-ins. Did I go there? I absolutely did. Because I got to let you know, it's for you. Now, my oil, everybody love the omega oil, okay? The omega oil is a light scalp oil that also with a downcycling. Downcycling is if you are thinning, okay? But this oil is a great oil that absorbs into your scalp, and it literally is light, okay? It's not a real heavy oil, and it's meant to be light. In case the rest of your locks come in contact with it, we don't want anything weighing it down. We don't want anything getting stuck up inside your locks. So we want it to be as light as possible, and that's the whole brand, okay, motto. Now, the last thing that I don't have over here is going to be be tamed. All right, that's our edge control. Y'all want to be tamed with some edge control. Now, a lot of people may be thinking, why would you use edge control with locks? Well, some people have a lot of hair on the front, those baby hairs. And sometimes it's not always great to pull beadless hair, which is baby hair, into the locks sometimes, because sometimes it's too much stress and they may cause breakage. So for some people, I leave out the really, really short ones, the ones that's not really ready. Terminal hair is going to be a little bit thicker, and those hairs are going to be a little bit more durable versus something that is just kind of starting up. I rather baby hair, edge control those down so what I betaine, and you know what I mean, allow it to grow out. For my people who have postpartum shedding, this is going to be great because you usually lose the first 1 to 2 rows. So if you do, and when the hair is going back in, you really can't place it into a lock yet. So it's always great to use some tamed edge control. And what you do is slick those baby hair down. Okay, we will always slay with locks. Now, I'm gonna let you know this too as well. Our product line is good for all hair.